this way. See who comes in. We got one. Three. Welcome everybody. Timeless Adventures, welcome. First one in chat. Hey Linus, welcome. Just a few things I want to go over real quick. Updates, some things that happened today. But it's not going to change anything on the channel. Might enhance it a little bit. We got 5 in here. Wait for a couple more. If you're just coming in, if you could hit that like button on the way in, be appreciated. Something I'm thinking about doing is I ordered some cards, some Oracle cards. So if people are interested, I might start doing that once a week, one night a week, doing some card readings. It's not going to be. Oh, here we go. Hey Ray, welcome. Oh, I see. The chat was going, just not for me. Wonder Pup, Belinda, welcome. Like I say, I ordered the cards. They're going to be in tomorrow morning, and it's not exactly like tarot cards. It's from Rebel. It's called The Oracle with Attitude, and they're not really long and drawn out like a lot of like the angel cards and stuff like that, where it takes 5 minutes to go over. This is pretty quick, maybe a paragraph. But I might start doing that once a week. Something else, I got a call today, and there's a paranormal group in Tulare. I mentioned it in some other streams that been back and forth since February. And anyway, she called me, or she sent me a private message through Facebook and wanted me to call her. Hey MC, welcome. Oh, that reminds me, MC, I got your message on the way home. I didn't look at it yet through Facebook. But anyway, she wanted me to call her, so I called, and I guess they're going to forego the interview because she wanted to interview me. Oh, okay. She wanted to interview me, but that kept getting put off, postponed. So anyway, today she called, and they're doing like an investigation with another group on some haunted railroad tracks here. And she was telling me that it's been a year since they were out there, but I don't know if it was last year or a time before, they actually could see a light coming down the tracks. So it's like, and it started getting larger and larger and larger, so everybody scrambled. And as soon as they started running, the light disappeared. But shortly after the light disappeared, they could hear a train. They couldn't see a train, but they could hear the train going by on the tracks. And I guess they did get a picture of it. So that's going to be a Saturday night thing. And then Sunday morning, I'm going to be getting with Ray the Fam, and we're going to be going up to Fresno Flats. Anyway, that's the plan so far. Oh man, we got 13 people here. Could everybody please take a second and hit that like button? At 13 people, okay, 6 likes now. So that was something else. So I guess they're just going to forego. And she asked if I have the shirt yet, the Tulare Paranormal Investigation group shirt. Hey Panther, welcome. And I told her, yeah, I got a couple of them, and she said, good. Told me, good. Make sure you have them on, or have the shirt on, in case I'm the first one that gets out there. And she said she doesn't want the other group trying to recruit me, so to make sure to wear that shirt. So that might be a few extra investigations a year. I don't expect a whole lot from it. Hey, Mary Town's Place, welcome. Mama Cat, welcome. I'm sure I'll see them pop up in the chat here in a minute. Okay, there's Mama Cat. There we go. And I'm doing pretty good. I'm just waiting for the clouds have started moving in, I noticed. Not real thick, but they're starting to move in. We're supposed to have thunderstorms tomorrow. So that should be fairly exciting. Come on. Oh, we got it. Okay, M City, yeah, she was here. Craig G, welcome. So I'm kind of jazzed about that. I'm not too much. Don't know too much about the Visalia group here. I'm not subscribed to them on Facebook, and I'm not sure. I'll just stick with the Tulare group. Oh, you have to go to the doctor today. Oh, okay. It's Wednesday for you already. It's still Tuesday for me. It's I don't think it's even 11 o'clock yet. So is everybody else doing pretty good? Any excitement in your day? But Panther, those Oracle cards, I don't know if you checked into it. They're supposed to be here tomorrow, probably tomorrow morning. That way I can get them before I go to work. Do readings with that once a week. Oh, the Cubs lost? So I know that's one set of cards I could get into. Straightforward answers, short and sweet. Oh, Raymond, welcome. What the heck is okay? I turned the brightness up on this a little bit, because I was having trouble Saturday out at the cemetery. I couldn't read it very well. Like barely read it. I had to get it into the shade and then hold it right up to my face. But those tracks sound interesting because I've heard of them before, being haunted. Yeah, I want to go through them. I heard I think there's supposed to be 60 cards in the deck. So, we'll see. I'm sure there'll be some people out there that I'll probably have to do a disclaimer. If they're easily offended, do not ask for a reading. Because I don't need somebody getting bent out of shape. But I've never been out there myself. I just kind of found out tonight where the exact location is because it was just the haunted Santa Fe tracks. Well, Santa Fe runs for miles and miles and miles, so it's really didn't tell me too much of the area where it was at. Because I've seen a lot of, there's crystal cards. I mean, there's all different kinds of cards. Crystal cards, at least one set of crystal cards. You got like Archangel cards, this card, that card, some other card. And some of them are okay, but there's some where actually it's like they pull a card and they're reading for like 3 or 4 minutes just for the card. So it's like, okay, let's get the Reader's Digest version of that. Hey Ruby, welcome. Because some of the cards, when they start using these big fancy words, it's like, okay. A ghost, yeah, that's what I think it is. It's more residual. But I'll tell you what I am going to do is when I go out there, because they did see the light and they heard it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take me a bunch of nickels out there, and if it does that again, we see the light and we hear the horn off in the distance coming our way, I'm going to be setting some nickels on that track and see what happens when it goes by. If we hear it go by, I'm going to be looking for them nickels on the track. I expect they'll still be sitting there, but if they're not, and I got to find them, and those nickels are smashed, yeah, Fresno is Sunday. But if those nickels are smashed, I'm going to be right there with the camera. Because I'm not going to be running down the track. I'll just kind of step off to the side and try to keep my light on that. I figure nickels would be easier. They're a little larger. Pennies would be too hard. Dimes are too small. Nickels, just the right size. Well, I mean, they'll be newer nickels. Maybe within the last 5 or 10 years. Not a lot of circulation because I don't carry the nickels. I just throw them off to the side. I use my quarters for laundry, but they'll be fairly clean. I'm not going to polish them, but they'll be clean. Yeah, I should be on for a little while. I don't know exactly how long. Let's come on for a chat. As long as there's people here wanting to chat, I'll be on. But I won't be going for like no 3-hour chat or anything like that. Hey Jennifer, welcome. Well, the ones I got they're newer. They haven't been in circulation for very long. I'm not going to use any old ones. I mean, these will all be minted within the last 5 or 10 years. Probably sitting on my sitting in one of my little trays for half that time. not sure what you can use to clean them. But I'm not going to put a whole lot of effort. I want them to be shiny because it'll be easier. If they get run over, if they do get run over, it'll be easier for me to find them if they're shiny than if they're all dirty. Um, we're kind of talking about coins, but it's for gathering evidence. What the coins were going to be is we're checking out a set of haunted railroad tracks. A paranormal team, local paranormal team, and I was told that they could see the light of a train when they were there during one investigation. I guess somebody took some stills and got a picture of I haven't seen the picture, but she said it was of a steam locomotive. But as the light got closer, it kind of, faded away. But they could still hear a train going by. So my idea was, that's the first thing, residual. But just in case, I was going to throw some nickels down on the track. Well, not throw them, but place them on the track. And just to see what happened. So if the train goes by and nothing happens, we know, okay, everybody heard it, we got it up recorded, but it left no physical trace. Even if we do get another picture, there was no physical evidence left behind of it other than some noise and some light. Well, they'll be clean. They won't be polished. Okay, Panther, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. And you sleep well tonight. I'll check them for anything. I don't think they're going to get squashed, but we'll see. Maybe they'll be shinier, or more shinier, more of a shine. And see what happens. I think it'd be interesting. Like I said, I'll be there. I'll probably have because I'm going to be using my camera up at Fresno Flats, so I'll just use that for like maybe some still images with the light, because I can charge that overnight. I don't want to have to try to charge 3 batteries in between. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. But I'm just gonna do that. Most of the video, I got some batteries and I got some flashlight. I'm not gonna be doing a live stream out there. I can film a recording with this and take my power brick if I need to. I got like 30 gigs available here for video on my SD card. So I'll just use this because I can plug this in and then plug my power brick in, just using like the phone cord chargers. The other one, my camera, would be a little more difficult because I've only got one charger for that, so I could only do one battery at a time, and I don't want to do that. I want to have all my batteries ready for Sunday. Oh yeah. Oh, there's gonna be something up there, yeah. See, I don't think I'll need my LED light up there, but I'll still have at least one battery charged on that, and then my power brick will be charged up. Even if I completely drain this battery and my power brick, um, between 1 and 7. Both will be fully charged. Then I just charge maybe one battery, and I'm good to go. So I'll have 3 of my camera batteries for up there. Oh yeah, I plan on live streaming. That's what I said. I'd have this will be all charged up, and do my camera for what's up a little bit more. Do my regular camera for the videos up there, and have this basically for live stream. And I can go, well, I could go longer on a live stream than we'd have time up there, so I'm not going to worry too much about, the full batteries is more than enough. Probably just the battery on the phone will be good enough. We can get a 5 bars and it won't use that much. I can go probably 2 hours on this battery and only use about 60 to 65% of the battery. So I think a 2-hour live stream will be pretty good. And then of course I'll have my bigger speaker. I'll have it charged up, and I won't even use a small one, because I'll just save that for the cemeteries. But I can get a long time out of the big one, and even if I need to, I can charge it up a little bit off my power brick. But I shouldn't. That should be a good 8-hour battery in that, and I haven't used it that much. I probably only did maybe half a dozen videos with it, but only a couple of them are up. Most of it was just kind of trying to experiment with it. I've got another bigger speaker that I used once, just kind of playing around with it, and I got a couple good EVPs, but that's only going to be good in certain conditions, like if you have good like acoustic inside of a home or something like that. If it's inside of a metal building, it just rattles too much, and it's too loud. I actually have to turn it down. Hey, Black Eyed Shorty, welcome. So I may take that other one up there and see, or I may come out here one night and do a video with that. Just not a live stream, just a video to see, where I need to set my volume and experiment with that, because there's that speaker has more reverb to it. That's why you can't do it inside 10 buildings. But it's got more reverb to it, and I got to find out, what a good balance for volume, and see if I can still hear it pretty good. So if you're just coming in, welcome. If you could take a second and smash that like button, I'd appreciate it. Bring me up a little bit. Like I say, I'll probably take that speaker up there with me, but just only as a backup. If the batteries go dead in my other one, I'll just use it as a backup, because I can't guarantee that it's going to be super great right now. Quality wise, because it was designed to plug into a cell phone or a computer and use it as an external speaker for like movies and music and stuff. So yeah, I'll still be Friday. I'll still do Paranormal Wildcard. If I do a reading, it's, I don't know, going to be maybe Wednesday or Thursday, the card readings. I just need to look at the cards and kind of see what I got, so I can bring them out here and shuffle them freely. And I mean, I could do it right here. You know, read the card and then just flip it around and hold it behind the camera, so it's not like trying to read a mirror image. Thursday night, okay. What time are you having it? And you're over on the East Coast. So if you're going to be, hey John, welcome. So if you're going to be doing that Thursday, I'll probably just come out here tomorrow night and maybe do some card readings. Like I say, that deck is something that as soon as I seen Angie doing it, it's like, a pit bull sneezed over there. Neighbor's got pit bull mix. I'm doing okay, John. I was just telling them a little bit of a recap. I had a local paranormal team, that the one I mentioned earlier, the one from Tulare, in an earlier video. Anyway, she got a hold of me and she's like, apologized because she sent an invitation to go check out some haunted railroad tracks that they had done before. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not sure how serious they're going to be, because they're supposed to do like an interview. That's what she wanted. Talk to me before she let me in. But I talked to her a little bit today, and she asked if I had she said yeah. And I sent her a link to a video I did out at the Woodville Cemetery. And I sent her a link to that. I just said, well, this is what I've been doing, because I told her I was doing stuff on my own, because, I hadn't gotten a response or anything. And it's like, she calls back later and she's like, okay, make sure you wear the shirt out there. She goes, I don't want that other team recruiting you. I'm like, okay. All right. So anyway, that's going to be Saturday night. Friday, I'll still have the wild card. And then I'll be, Atlanta said, I think Thursday. So I'll just keep that open. Hey, Cardiac, welcome. So I'll keep that open Thursday, and I'll just, if I can get the cards tomorrow morning before I go to work, I can go through them there, kind of see. And I mean, they're fun. It'll be fun. Okay, M City, thanks for coming by, and you have a good evening, because it's still Tuesday where I'm at. Oh, you got tonight off? You got lucky. I think Ray has tonight off too. Pretty sure it's got tonight off. Or it might be tomorrow night he has off. I'm not sure. He was here earlier. I'm not sure if he's still here. If he's at work, he's probably just got it going on in the background. Getting close to getting off and going home. Let's see. Get rid of this little round blue dot with the arrow. Okay, now I can move over. Oh, okay. Thanks, John. Get it out, the more the merrier. Oh, I didn't mean Raymond. I meant Ray the Fam. Oh, okay. Ray the Fam, you're off tonight. Okay. Yeah, Ray the Fam, he's the one I'm meeting up in Fresno, and then we're going up to Fresno Flats Sunday morning. And I'm just kind of waiting to see. Hopefully I'm going to keep the phone charged and with me tomorrow in case we get some thunderstorms. I'm going to try to at least record. If I can go live, I'll go live, but at least record. Even if I have to just sit there and set it kind of out of an overhang and then just go live and let it sit there, and everybody can watch the thunder and lightning. If it happens, we just got to see what the weatherman, if he was correct or not. Okay, cool. Yeah, because there's, excuse me, there's quite a few people in here. 13 in here right now. Yeah, and I'll be there. Just let me know what time. Thursday. We got a little bit of wind. I don't know if John's getting any rain yet. 23, 24. Oh, okay. And that's your time zone? Okay, not yet. Yeah, because I'm guessing that's where it usually comes in from the coast. John, uh, the county, it's Tulare. I know a lot of people say Tulare. I've seen it on a lot of shows and it's like, oh yes, in Tulare. I'm like, oh, that must be Tulare. Yeah. But that's what I was saying in the video I did earlier this morning when I was talking about the rain. That's what I was saying. A lot of it just passes us over and goes right up to the mountains, and that's where we have all the rain up and down the mountains. And then we might see a little bit on the way up there, but it's like the clouds will start, and then they start backing up and building up, and they back up this way, and then that's when we get the rain. If it's big enough to shoot back this 15 miles or so and start dropping some on us. I'll get half an inch. Oh, I hope we get more than that. It was dry. Even though we got quite a bit this morning, but still, it didn't even. I mean, you could just see where it settled to dust. Is like little round spots where it settled to dust. It didn't do anything over the whole road here. This is a dirt access road that I have. Oh, there's showers in the area? Yeah, because we had I mean, if you check my video from this morning that says it has arrived, you can see all the clouds in the sky, but by the time I went to work, it started clearing out. And I was watching John when that alert came out about Tulare County, and I'm looking out. We had a big window where we can see the scale in the trucks, and I was like looking out, and I was like, there was a few clouds and some blue sky. And I was wondering, okay, well, what part? It has to be over the mountain area where that big hail and all that was going to come at. Cardenas. Oh, okay. 5 to 10. Yeah, we got a chance of rain 40%. Okay. Yeah, we got a little bit of wind here and there. It's not a constant thing. Possibly in the afternoon. Okay, yeah. That's what I was thinking of. Because usually around here, it's like it clears up. When the sun's out, the clouds will clear up a little bit. Unless it's a real major storm, they'll clear up a little bit, and then they come back in. As soon as it goes down, they start coming in at night. A 3-day forecast. Oh, come on. I'll wait for that dot to disappear so I can read Atlantis's post. There we go. Oh. Got a jet coming into the airport. It's going into the cloud and coming out. So it's flying under the storm. Okay, good night, Jennifer. Thanks for stopping in. About 3/4 of an inch. Okay, that'll work. If I could get at least 1.5 inches or 2 inches, then I know I won't have to wash my truck. I'll just let the rain do it for me. Yeah, you know what, John? I got an idea for you. Um, you know those those little like emblems that they can put on like the newscasters, their little microphone. Get one of those for your microphone, but have your logo, the little HSFL with the ghost, and that little like oval thing. Is what a Chevy. Oh, because it was a vehicle part. My truck. My truck's a Ram. It's a Ram 1500. That's got a 318. Was, from what I understand, one of the last 318s that they made before they switched to the 4.7 liter engine to replace it, which I think is kind of messed up because the 318's been probably 40 years, and it's been proven to be a long time performer. I think that'd be cool if you did that. So you'd have like when you're doing your live streams, you got that microphone, you got those little like on all four sides. So I mean, even if you turn it, it's right there, and it'll just say HSFL with that ghost and the little purple thing. Or you could have the purple background. I'm not sure how you have it, but just have that on your microphone. Don't you guys think that'd be awesome? Hey, I believe in ghosts. Welcome. Don't you think John should do something like that? I mean, I think that'd be cool. It'd be something that really no other channel has. All these other channels that have the fancy mics and all that, and John would have his all pimped out. I pimp my microphone. 225 slant 6. I'm not sure what. Did they use those in the trucks, or was that like for the old school Dodge Darts? Oh, welcome back, Timeless. Yeah, now we're gonna wait to see how long it takes John to pimp out his mic. I'm not sure we have something like that made, but I'm sure it could be done, or at least get the framework for it, and then just maybe make some labels and stick it on there, and make your own. Oh, okay. It seems like the Demons. Not sure if those were 318s or a little bit bigger. Yeah, I'm gonna do. I'm not sure what the reception is out there because it's kind of out behind a big park. Not right. It's not in town or anything. 383. Yeah, I used to have a Charger with a 383. And that thing, yeah. That would smoke some tires. Oh, this was just a regular 383. This wasn't the Hemi. It was just a regular big block 383. Oh, okay, 383 CUDA. Okay. I remember my mom used to have one of those big giant, like a 1972 station wagon. Was I think it was a Dodge. I can't remember if it was a Plymouth, but it was a big old freaking boat, and it had the 360 in it. And I had a friend that had a Chevy 4x4 with a 350, and we were going down the freeway one day, and we both just dropped the pedal to the floor, and we were flying down the road, and all of a sudden, I heard bop, 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 really loud under the hood, and I was like, the whole car just shook and vibrated, and I was like, holy crap, what the hell just happened? So I pulled off the freeway at the next off-ramp, which was the one I needed anyway, and I took it home, and I told my dad, I said, oh, there's something wrong with this engine. It's just like shaking all over the place. So he's like, okay, well, I'll take a look at it. And he got under. He was a truck mechanic anyway, so he got under and looked, and he's like, what the hell did you do to that? And I'm like, what do you mean, what did I do to it? I'm driving it around. He's like, both the motor mounts, because I had two motor mounts, he goes, both of those motor mounts are broken. And I'm like, well, how in the heck am I going to break a motor mount, let alone two of them? And I'm thinking, holy crap, that 360 had enough power to literally snap two motor mounts. Four. Okay. We that sounds good. Was it just regular maple syrup that you used on it? Or was it some specialty syrup that they had? I think that'd be pretty good. I think a pumpkin pancake would be kind of like a pumpkin bread. I don't too much. Oh, what happened? You lost. Oh, okay, there we go. You got arrested the day after you got your license. Was it something you did after getting your license? Or you just never had a chance to use your license? I hate this little circle that pops up with the arrow pointing down. 125 and a 55? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think anything over 100, they'd hook you up. It's even less for trucks. If they're going down the freeway doing, I think, 95, then they just get hooked. Ford Galaxy with 390, okay. 4-barrel carb. Take these off to. Oh yeah. We're getting some nice big clouds in here. Let's see what I missed. Plymouth Duster. I had can't remember what, I think it was a 68 or 69. It was a Chevy Nova with a Power Glide transmission. That was pretty cool. It wasn't like a major powerhouse or anything, but I mean it was cool to drive. The Power Glide, just 2-speed, and I picked it up at a swap meet for, I think it was like $150 because the two front tires, the guy hadn't started it in a while. It ran, but the tires were shot in the front, so I just took and I drove it out. I paid $150 for it, drove it out, put two brand new tires on it, drove it around for I don't know, 2 or 3 months, and I sit there and washed it and waxed it, cleaned out the inside real good, and like I said, I got 2 or 3 months use out of it, and did that, and I sold it for, I don't know, like $350. I was like gone just like that. So I just cleaned it up, put the 2 new tires, and tires weren't that much. I think I got probably like $30 a piece. That was way back in like the late 80s. So it was like $30 a piece for 2 brand new tires. So I made a good $150 profit off of it and had a car for a couple of months. Beefed up 340. Okay, yeah. That's what I think. That's why I couldn't remember if they had the 318s or the 340s. The Demons. But I think the Charger was I'm trying to remember. I can't remember. 68 or 69 Charger. That was so freaking long ago. That was like 30 plus years ago. But that car was a blast. Just go up to a stop sign, just sit there and drop it down into first, and just punch the gas. And fire engine and ambulance. Hey, Pama Bell, welcome. there's a sound Cardiac doesn't like to hear. Okay, that is... Okay, we're safe. It's not coming down this street. It's the next one over. Yeah, there was a fire truck, but I heard there was an ambulance behind it too. I think the ambulance just shut their siren off and followed the fire truck. I gotta go back. I'm missing something here. Goosebumps. Oh, the spirit box. Yeah, especially when you hear something coming through the white noise. Bill. Oh, Delta 88. Okay. I'm trying to remember what a friend of mine had. Him and his brother had the same type of car. And it was like, it's not like one of the big boats, but it was a big heavy car. It was a Buick. Yeah, I'm not sure if the... I don't even know if that was the city. We got the city fire department, and then we have what used to be the Division of Forestry, which is now CAL FIRE. So I have no idea what that was. And they're both, the CAL FIRE is just, well, go into the freeway, which is just right here, and then like on a mile and a half, and we have the CAL FIRE. So there could already be a grass fire up there in the mountains with all the, I mean, if there was any lightning, somebody said they saw, at work said they saw lightning up there earlier in the morning, about the same time I was out here. I'm not sure what kind of car I would like to get something a pre-1970s, before they had a lot of this electronic crap on there. Maybe an old truck with an inline six. Oh, that'd be pretty cool. Just get a big 2-barrel, shove on there. Oh, probably something that would be cool is a International Scout with a 304 V8, 4-wheel drive, maybe 1964, 1965. I think that'd be cool. That's what my first vehicle was. It was an International pickup. 1964 International pickup. It was a ranch truck, so it was kind of beat up, but the engine was still good, so we just didn't do too much to the engine. We had to replace the rear end because the rear end was shot, and the transmission, the half-ton transmission wasn't lining up really well, and I kept breaking the input shaft that would go from the engine into the transmission, and I kept breaking them. So, like I said, my dad was a truck mechanic, so there was a wrecked service vehicle they had there, but it was a 3/4 ton. So for not too much money, I got a 3/4 ton transmission and 3/4 ton rear end, and put in that pickup, and it was the International C900, and with a with that 3/4 ton setup, man, that thing would frickin' pull. My dad had a Dodge Ram 1500 with a I'm not sure, I think it was a 383 in it, but my truck had just a 4-cylinder, a 152 long stroke 4-cylinder, and you get it out there in the field and it would outpull my dad's V8. I mean, just drop it in first and second, hook up the truck, because he got out there and he got stuck with the trailer loaded down with wood, and he unhooked it and he pulled away with the truck, and then I hooked up to my truck and I just pulled it right out. R-Type Saloon Bentley. Okay, Bam, now I have no idea. You're gonna have to start showing pictures now, because as soon as you said R-Type Saloon Bentley, I was like, okay, Bentley. All right, I'm lost. Okay, I'm kind of lost something here. Trying to catch up with everything and skim through it to keep up. You feel rejected by YouTubers? I believe in ghosts. Okay. I'm not sure who would reject you. Seems like everybody I run into likes you. You know, what kind of getaway car? Oh, okay, getaway car on your wedding day. Oh, okay. I didn't see what kind of getaway that was. That's something I don't see a lot of anymore. Car commercials, but I don't have TV service, so there's a lot of commercials that I don't see. The only ads I see are when I'm watching somebody on YouTube, especially when at the beginning, when you go to, it's like, okay, there's a stream. Oh my God, it's a live stream. Let's get in there. And you go there and it's like buffer, 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 and then a stupid commercial comes on. And you're like, really? You're going to sit there and delay me for 3 minutes just to buffer the stupid commercial and then hold me over another 30 seconds because I got to watch the whole thing now. If I could have a new car, I'd probably get the Challenger. Camaros are cool. I don't know, I kind of like the Challenger. Yeah, I mean, if I can skip them, as soon as it comes up, I skip. But sometimes I'll be listening to a live stream or like a longer video. Sometimes, what's that? That UGUE brothers. They'll have like a 40-minute video or something, and I'll just bring it up and I'll listen to it in the background. If it goes into commercial, I'll just let it do whatever, let it play out, and then continue on. Chevelle, my nephew's got a Chevelle. I'm not sure what size engine he's got in there, but It's a bigger one. It's a muscle car. He's in the Marine Corps right now, so it's a couple towns away in storage with a tarp over it. He's in Marine Corps. I think he's still got about another year left. He's over in the Pacific. Okay, you guys keep talking. I gotta run in there in the house and get me something to drink real quick. I'll bring it out. But keep talking. I'll be back in just a minute. Okay. Now we got some more people come in. I was running and getting my beverage. If you haven't hit the like button yet, please do so. And I had this sitting there before it got too warm. I want to make sure I got it. Bring the chat back. Oh, everything's expensive here. It's ridiculous. And I love how the governor, when the gas prices went down, our governor was like, hey, gas prices are low. Let's increase the gas tax. So let's increase the gas tax. Okay, gas prices are going back up. Gas tax ain't going back down. So I'm just saying, what's up with that? Okay, we still got I Believe in Ghosts, Timeless Adventures, Cardiac, Bama Bell, Atlantis, HSFL Paranormal. What else we got here? I Believe in Ghosts. I don't know if I said you yet. Bama Bell Paranormal, Raymond Doolin. Okay. Still got quite a few people here. Get back down. Yeah, Moonbeam. Him and his, I don't know how many billions of dollars he's thrown into that high-speed rail. I don't know what, 10 years. And I think somebody was saying it was like $100 billion. I don't know how accurate that is, but it wouldn't surprise me. It was 240. Oh shit! Add $1 to that. That's what it's, and that's the cheapest place here. That's the AM/PM. They're like the best price on gas, and that's what it is now. It's like, I think it's $3.30. When I filled up yesterday, it was, excuse me, it's $3.30 a gallon. But get back to Moonbeam. He sits there and throws all this money into a high-speed rail, which basically it's only going to be for the upper class. Because last I heard, somebody was saying it was like one way. It was $84 a ticket for one way. and that's not very far. It's not even halfway complete yet. Hey Anthony, welcome. But if you remember last winter up north, we had a lot of rain, and our dams are like falling apart. The roads are falling apart, and literally, there's a part of road where I drive home. There's a pothole, and it's literally like this big around, and probably drops down close to an inch in the road. And I've had to memorize where it is so I can read it. But it's ridiculous. The roads are literally just falling apart. And he's wasting money on. So we got our roads. So the roads are in such bad shape that if one of the dams came, collapsed, it would probably completely wash all the asphalt away. So we'd be back to the 1920 dirt road everywhere. Dirt road freeways. In January this year. Yeah. Yeah, the state's really going to shit. All the industry is closing up because they can't compete with China's price. Nobody's ordering the stuff from them. So, I don't know. There's all kinds of plants. There's been, in this area, there's been ice cream plants closed. I mean, where I'm at is closing, but it's not because of the economy or anything. It's because too many houses are right up next to it. And the owners thought we got sulfur dioxide, liquid ammonia, liquid nitrogen, a lot of that stuff was just they felt it was too big of a safety hazard, a big liability. All it would take is one ammonia leak and one major ammonia leak, and there'd be multi-million-dollar lawsuits flying in from every direction. Oh, Belinda's still here. Oh, Shot Girl, welcome. Okay, so she came in and left. Hey, known by PJ, welcome. Yeah, be sure to smash that like button on your way in. Be appreciated. Oh, there we go, 21 likes. There we go, outstanding. Roll back, trying to see what Bama Bell. There we go. Okay, good night, Cardiac. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, that's one thing. As far as like storms, getting a storm in this area would be really, really bad. Especially if it was, I mean, it wouldn't even take a tropical storm would do some serious damage here. It wouldn't take that much because all the buildings, the houses, and all that stuff we have here are built to earthquake standards, and they can handle, some fairly decent sized earthquakes. But you get something with like an 80 mile an hour wind or 100 mile an hour wind, it's just going to be ripping them apart. I mean, it'll start with the roofs and then take out the walls. And where I'm at, like right now, I'm outside my apartment in California. these buildings here, they're not built for that. Probably up through Tornado Alley, and then maybe on the East Coast, because they got so many tornadoes. But yeah, here no. It wouldn't even take a 100 mile an hour wind to start ripping the roofs off of these places. Probably snap quite a few trees as well. Yeah, that's kind of a thing every year. I know they'll put it on the news. It's like, oh, there's another wildfire in California. Oh, we got this place burning out of control. Especially down in the LA area, where you start getting in those foothills and stuff, where you have a lot of grass grow up in the spring, and then it dies out and it's really thick. You're going to have a fire. It's like every year. It's expected. It's just like, okay, where's it going to start this time? Oh, you're in Idaho? Oh, that's north of us. You get a lot of snow in Idaho? I shut everything down. Yeah, my aunt's in New York. Still leaves Fifth Avenue or something like that. Well, PJ, you're from Georgia. Okay, Greg's in Texas. I wouldn't want to know it. Softball size hail. I don't know if our roofs could withstand that either. We just get a little pea-sized hail, like little green peas. And even then, we don't get hail. It has to be like from a thunderstorm before we get hail. Yeah, see, I love the thunder and lightning. Even last winter, I was at work and a thunderstorm rolled through. Briefly, it only took it maybe 5 minutes, but there was a lightning strike just across the road from where we were at. It was a open field and a dairy, and it hit out in one of the fields, but it shut everything down. Um, we lost power, and then the maintenance guy went and he restored power to all the 110 lines got restored. Some of the higher voltage got like some of the 220 or 230. Some of that got restored, but the big pumps, those are like 400 or 500 watt. That system was fried out, and they had guys coming out guys were working on the power lines. Power companies working on power lines. They got them up pretty quick. All the big power boxes, some of that stuff was just fried, and they had to actually order special, like big special switches for that because they didn't have them in stock here. And it took, so there was absolutely no shipping or receiving for like 3 or 4 days. It took them to get the pumps back up because they, like I said, they're big. They had that big. The plug is like this big around. You got to put it into a power box and then screw it down. Ground lightning mean lightning that shot up from the ground, or it was striking the ground. I'd like to see ball lightning at least one time. That's pretty rare. Oh, she's across the ground. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never seen anything like that, and I've never heard of anything. Probably the most unique piece of lightning footage I had, was with the old, the old VCR cameras where you put the tape in. We had one of those, and we had been on vacation, so I had it out and ready. And then when we got home, we pulled in. There was like a thunderstorm, and we live way out in the country, so I was filming out in an open field, trying to catch the lightning off in the distance. And I was just right place, right time. I see a bolt of lightning. It comes down, and there's a metal shed in the field. And it comes down, and just before it hits the top, it forks off, shoots out, and then goes around the building and then down into the ground. One went on one side, and the other went on the other side. But it was just such a trip that I caught it. It just come down and just separated the building and went right into the ground. Oh, girl, you gotta sleep. Been up since 4 a.m. Oh, okay. Well, if you go to sleep too early, you'll be up at 4 a.m. again. So keep an eye. If I wake up and there's thunder and lightning, I'm pulling this phone out, and I'm going to hit the go live button and start recording that. I'll stand in my doorway underneath my little cover and just record as much as I can. Okay. You have a good night, Carla. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I keep thinking I hear like little raindrops starting to hit the trees or hitting my truck or something, but not yet. It's like a kid in a candy store. Hey, thank you, Carla, and you sleep well. And sleep in. If you want to sleep in tomorrow, go ahead. You sleep in. I'm like a kid in a candy store right now, just waiting for it. messing with the color here. Maybe John can give us another little forecast of what we can expect over the next few days. Is the storm system moving in going to be a big one? Is it just going to be tomorrow and then adios, or what's going to happen? Okay, PJ, you have a good night. Okay. And take it easy, rest up, and get well. That was about the highlights of Monday. Getting on. Getting on there, so maybe you have some. Give me a few extra videos a year. I don't know how active they'd be. It seems like it's been a while since they got to get. They've done anything, but from what I understand, it was like 2 teams, and then they kind of merged, and then some people went off and started doing stuff on their own, and then they kind of separated again, and they really haven't gotten a recovery back where they could do anything. Because I remember seeing last year that they were doing the tracks, and then they never. I don't even know if they did that. I think they went ahead and did it, but I don't think it was as big as what they had hoped to have. I don't know if I'm going to stream Saturday. I'm going to have my wild card Friday night. Saturday, I don't think I'm going to do any streaming. I'll be out. It's going to be from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. at the railroad tracks. And I don't think I'm going to stream out there. I'll probably just record. That way I can get some still images and then put a video together. Sunday, yeah. Sunday I'll be up at Fresno Flats with Ray the Fam. And we both will be doing a live stream up there. May not be at the same time, maybe at the same time. I'm not sure. Oh no, Fresno Flats, I don't know if I'm going to stream from the railroad because I don't know if there's going to be enough light for me to actually stream and maintain. It's just going to I'll probably might use this phone for some filming, but as far as streaming, probably not. Because I'm going to be using light just to I'll be doing like Spirit Box and stuff out there, but I'm not going to be where I'm all by myself. There's going to be a lot of other people around. There's going to be 2 different teams, so I'm not sure how they feel about live streaming videos. I mean, it's all fine. So I'll be doing video, but probably not the live stream out there because it's out in the country and it's going to be dark. And I'm probably just going to be using my flashlight for walking around, and then just because I don't have that many batteries. I only got 2 small batteries for my LED lights, so I'll probably be using those just for as I shoot video, and it won't be a constant run thing because I won't have 3 hours worth of battery in that. Maybe an hour for each battery. That's what I'm guessing. It'd be great if I could go 2 hours on a battery, but that's what I'm going to be saving it for. Just doing the video, doing spirit box sessions. I'll probably take out my K2. I'll see how well it does out there. This place is the only area that my K2, I mean, I've gotten anything. I've got here, and then there's a couple different buildings where I work at that I've gotten something on the K2. I'm not sure if it's abandoned. I think it is. I think it's just a short stretch, or it may be part of an old track system. I won't know for sure until Saturday night, because I've never been out there and messed with it. And we got several different tracks that run through town here. And I know there's a Santa Fe, but I don't know if it's still part of the tracks that they use today. I mean, we got tracks running north and south, tracks running east and west, and they're turning going here, and then we got another set of tracks running along the freeway. I'm not sure what line that is, but they still use that for moving freight, so I have no idea. There's a Santa Fe, and then there's another set of tracks a mile from here, but they don't use that often. Every now and then there'll be a train come through, and when it does, it's maybe 15 cars, one or two engines, and like 15 cars, and that's about it. Most of the stuff is out alongside the freeway. Oh, I have no idea what it's called. I really couldn't even tell you. There's some tracks on the west side of the freeway, and then there's some tracks on the east side of the freeway, 99. And I really don't keep track of it too much. I mean, I only cross over one set of railroad tracks as I go to work, and that's very seldom used. And I couldn't even tell you that's one of the tracks that runs east and west. And I have no clue what the name of that is. What is the ghost train? Is the track still in use? That'd be the Santa Fe track. That's what I was talking about earlier. The Santa Fe tracks. They're called haunted. I don't know if they're in use or not. I'll let you know on Sunday. After I do that, I'll just mention it in my live stream Sunday. Kind of give you a little bit of info on that. As of right now, I really couldn't tell you. I don't have much background on that. I've heard that there is haunted tracks. Anything deeper than that, I couldn't tell you. I didn't even know exactly where they were until I got, it's on this road here, behind this park. I had no idea where it was even at. Hey, Kentucky fam, welcome. Yeah, we were just talking about the ghost train. I've never seen it, but apparently there's been pictures taken of it, and witnesses have seen the light. I really don't know too much about the well, if it's a steam train, it's going to be a different whistle than what the engine's now. But I'll actually have to see when I get out there. I know there are some tracks out where I work. I can hear some of the trains going down the tracks, but those are probably like 4 miles away. So I know the track sound does travel, because it sounds like, I can hear the cars, each car, clank, 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 clank as they're going down the rails. Like I said, that's 4 miles away. And you can hear the engine. It sounds like it's just right on the other side of the field. Can use a K2 to see how much power, power around you. Well, you can use a K2. I mean, yeah, I haven't gotten a whole lot. Like I say, this is the only area I've gotten a lot from. It's kind of hard if you want to walk around, you have to really move it slow. And I don't think it's going to be a big, if there's something, a foot away, you're not going to notice unless you put it right into wherever the energy is coming from. Yeah. I mean, if you know where a source is, I mean, this stuff I found out here is just kind of walking around, moving. It's like, okay, well, we got something right here. And I mean, you can see in the videos, it's like, okay, we're getting an orange and a red here, and you move it 2 inches, and it drops right down to a yellow. If it is people. Oh, okay. You want to go out to like where there was a train crash in the 1930s. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you could walk the area, but you might find something. If you get lucky, you could find something. If not, on something like that, you could take, if it's away from traffic, you can either do a spirit box or you can do like a little digital recorder. I haven't messed with the digital recorders too much because mostly I'm outside, and if there's a little bit of wind, it's going to mess up. I mean, you run the chance of it messing up your audio, whereas the spirit box with the white noise, I've got more volume, and I can just hold it close to the microphone on my camera, and it's going to cover up any of the wind noise. It's going to go right over. It's going to walk over the wind noise. So that's why I haven't messed with a okay. Well, Shot Girl was here, but I don't know if she still is. I think she went to go to bed because she got up at it's probably been 24 hours since she got up. Yeah, but if there's not a lot of wind, you can try one of those digital recorders. I might get that a little bit later on, but there's a few other things I need to take care of first, like my car tags, and I gotta get smog, and my car tags went up $38, so now they're well over $200 for a 18-year-old truck. Which I think is kind of ridiculous, but our governor seems to think it's fair. Of course, he doesn't have to pay any fees. He's got all his transportation and gas paid for. So every time we go to the pump, we got to pay taxes so he can get free gas. That sounds like an old truck. I don't know if you guys could hear that. Accelerating. it's not too late. 12:10. Not sure what time I started though. You got it really good? Good. Did you hear that? I just turned south on to Houston. Houston? Yeah, that's about a mile away. And you could still hear the truck. It sounded like one of those old Ford pickups or something. So anybody else have anything exciting happen to them today? Like to talk about? Um, Probably not too much on the weekend, or during the week. The weekend, um, you can probably hear a little bit. But this isn't where everybody the main cruise is. Oh, that's way out on Mooney. It's probably about 6 miles from here. I mean, that's where we used to cruise when I was younger. My mom and dad, they cruised down Maine. We cruised on Mooney. But anyway, I don't know how it is, but they started cracking down where if they catch you cruising, they'd write you a ticket. And they put no cruising signs up, and they'd actually have cops out there. It's like if you sat in a parking lot too long, like for more than 2 minutes, they'd come up and they'd write you tickets. If they recognize your vehicle going up and down the road more than 3 or 4 times, they'd write you a ticket. So I think that's when the thing that I thought was stupid was when there was cruising, at least they knew where all the kids were, and they could monitor. It's like, okay, if anybody's screwing up. When they started breaking it up, some started going over here, others going over there, and then you got graffiti in this neighborhood over here, tagging. It's like, well, there's no place for them to hang around now, so they're all going around to different spots, hanging out over here, hanging out over there, this area. So instead of just having 5 units where they could patrol a 3-mile stretch of road, they got all over. So I didn't think that was too bright. And even when we're out cruising, we didn't really blast the stereos that much. You can hear now, this is my neighborhood. Well, there's a car alarm going off. They still got on-ramp working on the freeway, but I think it's a little further away now. They've got the on-ramps closed. Or that one on-ramp closed. So, anyway, now I guess I'm going to go ahead and I'll wind this down for the night. Keep a watch out tomorrow night, because I may come on and do some card reading. It'll be about the same time, maybe 10:45 or 11 o'clock, and do some readings with the cards, because they're on the way here. So that'll be something different. And I want to thank everybody for coming in appreciate you taking the time to visit my stream and participate in the chat. And you have a good day, good evening, good night. Sleep well. And until next time, be safe.